Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Odin's Movie Blog. I am the critic who is a cynic. How is everyone doing this evening? Happy Monday to everyone, especially all of the weekday warriors out there who work during the week. How is it going, everybody? Flames1107, I saw that you said it's been a while. It's been a while since I've seen that name, so welcome back. Force Coach Jeremy's here. Matt Mitch is here as well. James Harold, Entertainment Hacker. Christopher Mills is here. Tina says that 70B is going to be a little bit late. That's okay. No problem at all. 70B is going to be here on time, which is exactly where it's going to be. Stand Up for Star Wars. Evening Stand Up for Star Wars. How's it going? It's been a while since we've had a Star Wars themed stream. Obviously, it's come up in conversation, but it's definitely something that we have not specifically focused on recently. As of, with recent things going on, though, with recent rumors going on that possibly new characters are being secured and old characters are being killed off because they don't want any money going to George Lucas. Again, Doomcock has a source saying that is the reason why. Whether or not it's true or not is something that I think there's a lot of different opinions on, and I think all of them have some share in validity, but hopefully everyone's doing fine. Alex McCarthy says, howdy Odin, how are thee this Monday after SummerSlam? SummerSlam was a mediocre show at best with 2 matches we're talking about, and that's pretty much it. So that's where I am. I'm so jaded when it comes to the WWE right now. I just have nothing really nice to say about it. Marvelous Earth's here. What's going on, man? G-Monkey76 is here. Bruce, what's going on, Bruce? He just says, Odin, no question. Well, thank you, Bruce. I appreciate it, bruv. Zach Gregg is here as well. Wookiee Lives Matter is here also. Dislocated Design. Pow. What's going on? Mondays are meh, says Tina. My Monday wasn't too bad. I had 2 off periods, which was nice. They were, within a period of each other, so I had some time to sit and chill and get all my stuff together. I got 2 off periods again tomorrow, so I'm excited for that. But then then later this week, I've got a 5-6 day schedule. No, a 5-6 class schedule. So that's going to be rough, but got to enjoy the shorter days when I possibly can. Micah Martinez is here. What's going on, bro? Super fan Adam Shawhan. What's going on, super fan? Super fan Adam Shawhan. How's it going? John Miller says, yay, Bearded Man is back. I'm surprised your Captain Marvel videos haven't been removed for hate speech. I know, right? Isn't that so surprising? Can't say anything bad about that film. Lord knows it. Ruben Sanchez, much respect to you, Odin. Love the channel. Thank you, Ruben Sanchez. I appreciate it. Jacob75 says, hey, Odin, how's it going? What's going on, Jacob75? Great to see you here. I'm going to try and see and shout out as many names as I can before we go into the Odin question. A couple people have been confused on streams, thinking that I'm skipping questions and I'm skipping comments. That's not the case at all. I simply, when we get to the point where there's so many comments and so many things going on in the chat, I simply ask my YouTube people to put Odin question in their comments, and then it'll pop up orange for me, and it just makes things so much easier down the line. So that is where I am. Bomber the Hobbit says, Epstein, some people did something. Yeah, you know what? With that whole Epstein thing, I honestly, as I said before, thoughts and prayers to him and his family. It's a terrible thing that happened. Obviously, he was a very sick individual, very, very sick individual. And I think that if any soul needs prayers, it's going to be his, but also anyone that was involved. Obviously, there's a lot of conspiracies going on right now. We don't really know the truth, and hopefully we do find out the truth. But based on everything else, I don't have much confidence that we're going to find out what actually happened, seeing that there seem to be some pretty high up officials that could possibly be involved, allegedly, of course. Let's see what's going on. Captain K-Man is here. What's going on, Captain K-Man? D-Laugh fam. Captain Peabody is here as well. What's going on, Captain? Captain, my Captain. Let's see. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. All right, let me just check something really quick. Got a text message from somebody really quick. On live now. We'll get back to you. We'll get back to you. Good back to you, good sir. There we go. D-Live people, what's going on? Frank the Clan. Bruce has all smiles on his face. Tina says, good video about Disney Star Wars. Yeah, I mean, it's been a long time since I did a Disney Star Wars video because, let's be honest, how many people out there are actually excited for Star Wars, like new Star Wars coming out, other than things like The Mandalorian and, of course, the Season 7 of Clone Wars, which many of us want. As far as the actual movies are concerned, is anyone actually excited for Episode 9? I just really don't feel the same type of energy that normally surrounds a Star Wars film during this time when you're only about a few months out. I feel like there should be so much more. I feel like there should be so much more excitement, so much more joy, and there really isn't. And I think that a lot of that has to do with just the negative state of Star Wars that we're currently in, where the stories just haven't been all that great. Bruce says, I've been sitting on something since your location transition period. Really, Bruce? What you been sitting on? What you been sitting on, Bruce? What you been sitting on? Bruce is always sending me something, man. Bruce is awesome. Bruce is a champion. He is a champion. Let's see. Tina says, good video. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Yeah, again, it's been a long time, but I feel like Star Wars is something that, again, we're still all very passionate about. I've even got little Krylo Ren up here, though, of course, I've got someone taking care of him. Frank said, like this Odin question. Damn right, Frank. Thank you very much, Frank, for showing him how it's done. Tina letting him know at 7:02 p.m. That's how you want to get my attention. You put Odin question, all one word. Jeremy Swig says, did the move go all right? The move went okay. It was crazy. I drove up a 26-foot U-Haul with my car to attach to the back. Everything went fine. Pulling up to the new house, and the back hitch swings and hits my neighbor's car. So luckily, all that stuff's been figured out and taken care of at this point. School's been fine. The actual classes themselves have been pretty great. Students have been pretty cool. Students are so much smarter up here and I don't know if I have any students watching right now from Louisiana, but man, the students up here are so much smarter, like to an insane degree. And so it's nice to have that established. It's nice to say, man, I can actually have and explain certain things that they don't need explanations for. There's already a precursor of information that I don't have to go over again with them. It's amazing. So obviously there's, it's a high school, so this high school age, and so there's going to be ones that get, very excited and like to talk out of turn and stuff like that. But if that's the worst thing, I can handle that. There's no problems there. Blake Lemma says, hey, I didn't know you were live streaming tonight. I was going to finish the second race of NASCAR Pinty Series after I finished my private meeting at my home. Okay, well, I'm not a big NASCAR fan, but I stream every Monday, Tuesday, Saturday. That's always been my schedule. So, I'm not a big NASCAR fan, though. Michael Martinez says, Scarface and It's a Wonderful Life are both getting a 4K release this October. Boom! Nice, dude. Well, It's a Wonderful Life. I know that I mentioned on Twitter saying that would make a great birthday present, but also if that thing goes on sale, would love to buy some for some giveaways on the channel. Would love to do that. Love to do that. Bruce says, I heard a saying today that I will now never forget. The mother of stupidity is always pregnant. That's that's an excellent saying. So I'll say it again for everyone that maybe didn't hear us. Bruce said that he heard a saying today that he'll never forget. The mother of stupidity is always pregnant. I think there's a lot of wisdom in that. I think there's a crap ton of wisdom in that. I see a lot of nopes, a lot of people not excited for Star Wars. I mean, honestly, could you blame them? Could you honestly blame them? What have we been given up to this point to be excited for? What have they given us? They gave us The Force Awakens, which was a rehash of A New Hope, which many of us said, okay, fine, just do something better in the next film. And then, of course, Rian Johnson took over for The Last Jedi and just destroyed the Star Wars storyline by destroying characters and character arcs and just creating nonsense on screen. And now, of course, we have Episode 9, where apparently a lot of things are being retconned and also more terrible decisions are being made. It's absolutely ridiculous. It truly is. Grandmaster Yoda says, if Lucas really has any hand in the original trilogy, it goes against why he sold it and why we had not heard about it before 8 years he sold it. I don't buy it. Well, Grandmaster Yoda, here's the thing too. What we're trying, I think what Doomcock's source, because this is all coming from a source close to Doomcock, is that basically he sold the IP. He sold the intellectual property, which allows them to make movies. Again, he sold the rights so that they could, make movies and make products. But that doesn't mean necessarily that in his contract, he doesn't have some kickback, that he does not get some money from it. Because keep this in mind too, I honestly believe this, that Lucas probably gets money still from toy sales, to be honest. Because how did he make his multi-millions and billions of dollars? It was through toys. It was through merchandising. And so I would not be surprised if in the contract he made with Disney, where he sold them the rights for $4 billion, that it also included kickbacks for various items. Now, again, this is speculation on my part. That's why it's a rumor. And I think that's why we're talking about it. And I think Grandmaster Yoda, I think you have a fair point that it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But at the same time, my argument would be, well, just because you sell the IP, just because you sell the property necessarily doesn't mean that every single thing is handed over. And I think Lucas might still have it. I would love to see the financials on it. I would love to see some actual hard data and some actual, maybe a document It'd be great to see the contract for one. That would obviously clear up everything. But it would be nice to have a little bit more information as to whether he has any money from it or not. Alex McCarthy says Star Wars couldn't be saved even if Joe Pesci was casted. Okay. No, there's really not much that could be done at this point to save it. Super says, hello there. How are you doing, good sir? I'm doing fine, Super. Hope you're doing fine as well. Captain Peabody over on DLive says, were the children jealous of your Star Wars pencil case? It's still at home. I have not brought it yet because I'm afraid they're going to make fun of me. But also, too, I have a lot of stuff already over there. So it's literally, I'm staring at it right now, actually. So, so I'll have to try and bring that over at some point. I'm still just trying to get used to this schedule, man. The schedule has been crazy because some days we have 55-minute classes. Other days we have hour and 10-minute classes. The kids hate it because on the days of 55-minute classes, we've got 6 classes, which means that they've got 6 classes to prepare for. So they don't like it. It's a new schedule. They might be changing it at some point in the future, but yeah, I'm kind of in the mixed bag of it because if the change is going to mean 70-minute classes, then I think I would rather keep the 55 because class flies by so quickly in comparison to the 80-minute classes that I had at my old school, where we had 4 classes a day, but they were 80 minutes, and 80 minutes is way too long for a theology class. So, maybe for a math class or for science, when they have a lot of material that they have to cover, maybe then, obviously practice is always good. With theology, there's only so much you can really cover and stay on point. There's only so much you can really do at this point. Okay, man, thank you for the ice cream over on DLab, man. I appreciate it. All right, back over to YouTube. Luscious Neon says, any more of Taika Waititi's acting like a 12-year-old Fortnite addicted edgelord boy on Twitter. Man, that's a mouthful, Slicer Neons. I have not seen any, so my guess is that he's probably busy with a project, and so he has not been on social media lately. Hammer says, apparently John Williams' brother leaked TROS is just over 2-hour runtime. Perhaps it will be a 2-part film, eh? Yeah, I think if it was gonna be 2 parts, I honestly think they would have announced it at this point in time. I think that also, honestly, they want to get it over with. Let's just be fair. Do you really think they want to drag this on for another 2 years? No, there's no chance in hell. They've already announced, too, that, Benioff and Weiss, D&D, Dumb and Dumber are going to be taking over a new trilogy, and that's going to be starting within the next couple of years, and that's going to be Star Wars Avatar for the foreseeable future in our Decembers. So my guess is that they're going to try and get it done with as fast as they possibly can, and then hopefully leave it all in the past. That's pretty much what they're going to kill the past if you have to, as they say, as Mr. Rian Johnson himself said. Through, of course, Luke Skywalker. But yeah, I honestly do think that it's going to be, if it's a 2-hour runtime, though, that's a pretty short film to be the end of a saga. So I think that actually spells a lot of trouble for the narrative to be able to fix the problems of The Last Jedi and also tell a brand new narrative. I don't know if that's going to be enough time for them. But maybe they're just trying to get it done as fast as possible. That could be it. They could be nope, not going to make this long. We want to make our money back, and so it's going to be short so we can just literally make every single theater have every showtime available. It's going to be a shorter film, and yeah, I could totally see them doing it that way because they could totally, push theaters to have certain number of showtimes in order to make their money back. Cobra Viber 999 says, I received the Alita 4K today from last week's giveaway. Thanks again. It's awesome. Cobra Viper, glad you got it, man. Glad that you got it and hope that you enjoy it. And yeah, we do giveaways every now and then on the channel. I think I'm going to we haven't done a Star Wars stream in a while, so I think I'm going to be giving away some Star Wars Despecialized editions. I think I might do some complete sets tonight, so we'll see how it goes. We'll see how the stream goes. We'll see if we get some nice flow going tonight. I feel kind of out of it for some reason. I don't know why, but congratulations, Cobra Viper, once again. Thomas says, I couldn't be any more excited. Tommy says, hoping for it to flop. It probably will. Cynical Centrist. Hello, Cynical Centrist. How art thou? Bomber to Hobbit says, your thoughts on Hobbs and Shaw surpassing Alita Battle Angel worldwide box office total of $400 million. I can't say I'm that surprised. It's a part of an established franchise of films in the Fast and Furious. So, I mean, again, that's not surprising. You people would rather spend money on films that are turn off your brain type films that you don't have to put a lot of effort into, that have characters and actors that they already know, than take a risk on a movie and a franchise that's telling a new story, even though it does also, for Alita, have names and actors that you'll recognize too. Obviously, the story is original, or rather based on the manga, so obviously a little bit more obscure versus one that's been around for the past 10 plus years at this point. Fast and Furious franchise. So it does not surprise me one bit. John Wheeler says, Rey will live the Death Star, Kylo will don the Vader costume, and Rose will be revealed as trans. All that and more in Episode 9, Rise of Skywalker. I have heard the rumors of her lifting up the Death Star. If that happens, that's stupid. She's received no training whatsoever. She's doing things that no one has ever done before, and there's no explanation. That is the very definition of a Mary Sue, but we can't say Mary Sue without being called and labeled sexist because they have no actual arguments. And I have heard also about Kylo donning the Vader costume, though, to be honest, I much rather would have him in his Kylo costume. The original Kylo costume is actually pretty badass. I mean, before he took the mask off, I mean, look at this dude. That's pretty intimidating. Like, Force Awakens Kylo, before he takes his mask off, is pretty damn intimidating. Though, of course, then they had to take it off. And I love Adam Driver, and I think that he's a very attractive dude, but I don't want my evil person to be this, trying to look like a boyish, innocent person. There were so many decisions made in both The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi that really just destroy his character, because he could have been the next iconic villain. Adam Driver is the actor that could do it, but you needed to have better direction. You needed to have better writing, better character development, and unfortunately, he didn't have it. There's nothing wrong with Adam Driver. Adam Driver is very talented. It's everything behind the camera and everything behind the scenes that's really affecting it. It's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy. There was someone waving. Flickpick's in here. What is going? Flickpick, what you doing in here, bruv? Flickpick says, "Are you buying Endgame tomorrow?" Oh, you know it, bro. Guys, make sure if you've not subscribed to the Flickpick, please do so, man, because Flickpick's awesome. I love him. No, hell no, I'm not buying Endgame tomorrow. Are you still going first thing tomorrow to buy Endgame? And are you buying it on 4K? Are you buying the Steelbook edition? What are you doing, man? Don't buy that time travel mess. Why don't you instead buy a great time travel film like Back to the Future? Again, just buy it again. Buy it on 4K. Buy it whenever it has. So what's going on, Flickpick? Hope you are doing good, man. And your stream was fire the other night, man. I know I've been telling you over text, but seriously, it was fire. It looked beautiful. Even though your GIF wasn't popping up, man, it was looking good. It was looking good. You were looking nice and crisp. There wasn't any buffering issues. You see, it's better for something like that not to work, like the images not popping up. It's better for that not to work than for you to have buffering issues. Buffering issues is normally the number one issue that happens when you start to stream through Streamlabs or OBS. So the fact that you didn't have that issue, you should be very thankful. Let's see what we got here. Gabriel Alejandro Bandiera Rodriguez says, "Hi, Odin. I hope this rumor is true so I can throw quarters at Disney as a burning roast on their greed." Yes, me too. Hyprin says, "Hey, dude, what's up? What's up, man? How's it going, Hyprin?" JJ in the chat. What's going on, JJ? How's it going, bruv? Dean Heiss over on D-Live. What's going on, Dean Heiss? How is it going? John Wiggler says, "It's nice to know that America's youth isn't completely crazy." Yeah, it is. I mean, again, the kids in Tennessee are not, are pretty awesome. So far, they've been pretty awesome. So I'm hoping that continues. I'm hoping that's not just the first week syndrome, because if a switch flips, it could drive me insane. But so far, everything's been pretty great. Tina says, "A friend told me that her and her husband saw Hobbs and Shaw, and during the scene with the rock and helicopter, she said they laughed so hard they almost threw up. Can't wait to see it on video." Yeah, I mean, trust me, there's a lot of just stupid fun moments in that. John the Flickpick enjoyed the film so much more than I did. I just thought it was a little too much. I like my ridiculous action to at least be reasonable to a point, like to an extent. And it went a little too far for me. It went a little too crazy, and it just was too far. But I think that a lot of people are going to be able to enjoy it because they'll be able to turn their brains off for it. Soul Assassin says, "So do your students call you Mr. Odin or just Mr.?" They call me Mr. by my name. So, only one student, literally before school even started, recognized that I had a YouTube channel because she Googled her teachers before school started. And so far, that hasn't happened. I'm waiting for the moment. I'm waiting for the shoe to actually drop on that, because when it does, every class will be, "Hey, I heard that you have a YouTube channel. Hey, I checked out your YouTube channel. Hey, what are your thoughts about this? I've already made it clear to them that I love movies because during those opening classes where you go over the syllabus and it's really boring, I was like, you know what, let's end with something fun. And so I asked them all what their favorite movies were. And man, oh man, some of the responses were pretty sad. Some were pretty good, but some were also sad. And some of them didn't want to answer. And that always makes me sad. Alex Martinez, what's going on, bro? Sticky V says, just curious what thoughts you have on Freddie Mercury or Queen. Lifelong devoted fan. Love their music. I wouldn't call myself a fan because I don't know all their music. I don't know all their songs by heart. I don't own their albums, but whenever they're on, I'll listen to them. I think they've got really great music. Freddie Mercury was extremely talented. Bohemian Rhapsody was one of my favorite movies of the last year. So I own that on Blu-ray. I want to watch it again and watch some of the behind-the-scenes stuff. I thought it was very well done. And I hear that it was significantly better than Rocket Man, which was the story about Elton John. Because apparently that one focused more on sexuality, while Bohemian Rhapsody focused more on the band and the music and the full person of Freddie Mercury, which is what everyone, at least for me and my wife, who's a huge fan, she is a huge fan of Queen, wanted to see in the first place. Let's see. Hypern says, sorry, I wasn't paying attention in the last stream about the code giveaway. My mistake. No problem at all, Hypern. My mind is so blank right now. I don't know what that's a complete reference to. All I know is that I do have a code that's free to give away because I was giving it away to my Patreon Subscribestar peeps, and none of them responded because I think they already own Alita. So I should have one extra code to give away. Jeremy Spig says, never wanted to spend money on Steelbook, but I bought my first today, Wonder Woman for $18. Yeah, there's a lot of sales going on right now at Best Buy. Highly recommend, guys, go to Blu-ray.com or My Movies. Get the My Movies app. It goes through and tells you all the deals for Best Buy, for Amazon. You can set it to whatever store you want. There's a lot of movies on sale right now. In fact, let me go ahead and just open mine up because there are some pretty good things going on right now. So you can get the Shazam 4K for $20. You can get Rambo 4K, Rambo on 4K, but I think this is the newer one, or is this the original one? Let's see. Lionsgate. That's the release date for it. Let me see there. When a group of missionary aid workers in Myanmar disappear, the vast green inferno, vigilante Vietnam veteran John Rambo leaves his job as swallowing boatman. All right, I think that's the newer one. So you can get that one on 4K. For $17.96, The Witch 4K, love or hate film, $10. Shazam Blu-ray, $15 right now. Crank on 4K, Jason Statham going nuts for $10 on 4K. Lord of War available for $10 on 4K. James and the Giant Peach for $7 on Blu-ray. And many, many others. So Judge Dredd for $6. I'm actually very tempted to buy a bunch of copies of the original Judge Dredd to give them away because I actually don't own that film. So that one's only available for $6 right now. So you got a lot of deals going on, Blu-rays and 4Ks. There's also some Steelbooks too. And it's a lot of really good stuff. Cynical Centra says, new trailer, Ready or Not, looked fun. Deadly form of hide and seek in a mansion. Ooh, interesting. Cynical Centrist. Can you send that over on the Chosen of Valhalla chat, so that way I can check that out after the stream. Alex Martinez says, after watching the Cats trailer, are you going to allegedly buy a ticket to watch that dumpster fire and then see rise of a failed franchise? That's been my plan for a while, and yes, even after the nightmare fuel that we got, I still plan on doing that, because then the movie theater still gets the same amount of money that it would in the first place. I'll still buy some popcorn, buy a drink, of course, to make sure I take care of my local theater, because I don't ever want to go after my local theaters. And then, that's my plan. I'm going to try and do that opening night if I possibly can. Because I'll have to check my exam schedule, because I might actually be able to do that. I can't wait. And I'll be bringing my cat shirt. So huge shout out to Darkstar 57, to Randy, who had sent me that cat shirt not too long ago. I'm pretty sure it was Darkstar 57 who sent me the cat shirt. I still have it, and I can't wait to wear that to opening night of Star Wars. Because I'm sure everyone's going to be like, wait, why are you wearing the cat shirt in Star Wars? And I'll be like, well, that's what I bought my ticket for. Hardwick Bentho says, did you know that the storyline of Thor Ragnarok is a white guilt allegory? If you web search Thor Ragnarok white colonialism, you can find reviews that detail the allegory. Well, I think that's probably crazy reviewers' opinions on the movie rather than the actual film itself. I mean, it very well could be. If Taika Waititi says that that's what the film is, then sure. But I've never heard of that, actually. Steve Trixie says, considering JJ is back on Star Wars 9, what are the chances of him even completing the story alone, let alone the saga? Well, if we know anything about JJ, he's not very good at ending things. He likes to, again, the whole mystery box nonsense. Just ask the people that waited for an amazing season to amazing end to the season of Lost. I think you'll get pretty much what you need to know about it. And yeah, so I think that the ending is gonna flop. I think that there's gonna be some good things there because JJ is not a terrible filmmaker. There are things that I like. I like Super 8, for example. Does he borrow a lot from Spielberg? Sure, but he borrows from some of the best or better Spielberg stuff. So I love Super 8. And Force Awakens is not the worst film in the world, though it does have its narrative problems, character problems specifically with Rey. So I don't hate JJ. I really don't. I understand why a lot of people do. But I don't have a lot of faith in him ending anything because his endings to things tend to not be very good. Blake Enlow says, I only consider Star Wars Rebels, Rogue One, Clone Wars Season 7, and maybe The Mandalorian if it doesn't go woke canon. Yeah, we still have to, jury's still out on The Mandalorian, but a lot of the practical effects stuff we've seen look pretty damn cool. And Clone Wars, I mean, as Dave Filoni we trust, man. Dave Filoni hasn't let me down yet, so I'm hoping that continues. Howard says, also feel embarrassed that I mistaken Justin Timberlake as a singer for Too Late to Apologize. Oh, no. Facepalm. It was One Republic, and I'd say Odin Republic instead of Justin Odenlake. Oh, that's okay, man. I didn't even recognize that. I did not know that's why you called me Justin Odenlake. That went over my head. That's how many chats there normally are, people. That's why, for anyone that thinks I skip chats, I don't. And that might be the problem. That might be why I just get all over the place. I think my ADD gives me special powers so that I can stay sane during the process. Sasha Neon says, for the movies, I have negative 0% excitement. I have alleged excitement for DPI's material, allegedly. DP plus, D plus. Oh, D plus material, allegedly on a Fire Stick, allegedly, maybe. Tina says, what is this Star Wars you keep speaking of? I remember the beautiful trilogy of movies in 77, 80, and 83, but that's it. Oh, you don't count the prequels? Hey, I'm right there with you. Unless I'm going to laugh, unless I want to have a lot of fun, that's when I watch the prequels. Jeremy Swig says, another movie opinion, going in style, rented it today, and it's actually pretty funny. Interesting. Doesn't that have Morgan Freeman in it? Is that what it is? Isn't it like a bunch of the older actors that are all coming together? Cynical Centrist says, can't wait for The Mandalorian and Clone Wars and the Rogue One TV show. The Rogue One TV show, I have no excitement for because it's telling the story of Cassian Andor, who the only reason why I know that character's name is because of this series and because I've covered it before. But if you had asked me, hey, who was the guy lead that was helping out the girl lead in Rogue One? I was like, I don't know. Like he's such an unimportant character, or at least not a charismatic enough character to have his own series, in my opinion. I don't get it. I don't get why he's in. Now, the only thing that is exciting, Cynical Centrist, and I think this might be the reason why you're excited for it, is because we are getting K2SO. We are getting Alan Tudyk's K2SO back again. And that was the best part of Rogue One, in my opinion. Alice McCarthy says, merchandising. Spaceballs the flamethrower. Yogurt was right. Most of the bucks come through merch. Yep. Merchandising. Well, all the money from the movie is made. Tommy says, Lucas was probably still smarting over his bad toy deal with Kenner in 80s and wanted to stick it to Disney. So, yeah, the rumor could be possible. Definitely could be. Sticky V says, seriously, move the John Wick metal poster so we can see it. It's worth it. No, we're going to have Alita be seen in the background instead. We're going to have Alita. Captain Peabody says, puppy is going to get a crick in her neck. Nope. She somehow finds the most uncomfortable positions to get in and somehow is comfortable. It's amazing to me. So no, if she gets uncomfortable, she'll move. So yeah, we got a little couch pup right here, if you can see. So I don't want to move too much because then it'll ruin it. But no, you will watch Alita instead of the John Wick poster, which is behind me. But I have 3 big posters I still need to put up and still need to show you guys too. Blake Kirk, who says, "Are you teaching college or high school?" High school. I could never teach adults. Like high schoolers are one thing. Adults, I think that would kill my soul even more because adults, I can't tell an adult get off your phone. Or especially teaching theology, there's only so many places you can go. And most Catholic colleges aren't Catholic. And so it's an uphill battle in the first place. Tina says, it might possibly make sense why Lucas showed up on the set of season 8 of Game of Thrones if D&D are connected to Lucasfilm now. Yeah, well, they have been. It was announced that they're doing their own trilogy. So that's the reason why, in my mind, I really do think that George Lucas is a lot more involved than people might give credit for. John Winkler says, Owen had a conversation earlier about Falcon as Cap with another YouTuber who said he wasn't a Cap clone, but yet kept supporting my argument that Bucky was a better pick. That's, yeah, see, Bucky is the better pick. And I know that the number one argument against that is, of course, well, he's a terrorist and he's wanted, but also the blips happened. Everything has now changed. Like, everything has now changed. It was a part of the group that destroyed Thanos. I'm pretty sure that they'll be able to forgive him for that. And it didn't look like he was hiding all that much at the very end of Endgame. So in my mind, he is the clear choice. And also, he's the only one physically who can wield the shield. Falcon cannot. It was obviously for the sake of pushing diversity. There's nothing wrong with Falcon, and I like the actor that plays Falcon. But Falcon is not Captain America. You know, and anyone that says, oh, it's in the comics, yeah, it's in the comics when Disney took over. You always have to put that asterisk next to it. Oh, when Disney took over. It's the same argument that they're making for, oh, well, you know what? It was in the comics that Jane Foster becomes Thor. Yeah, when Disney took over. The only other reference to Jane Foster's Thor was in a What If comic from, the 1980s, where the whole point of it was that it was supposed to be ridiculous and not be enough to have its own series. So let's at least be honest with ourselves. Ninja Girl 226 says, the theme of the original trilogy was hope. The theme of the sequels is running away. That's a good point. That is a fair point. Seriously, like, where is the hope? Like, also, better question, where are the good characters that I actually really care about? They're pretty much non-existent. They're essentially non-existent at this point. Bruce says, what I've been sitting on will ship as soon as the used Captain Woke gets here, so I can send them together. It's only just now shipped so soon. Holy crap. So Bruce, let me get this straight. You are sending me a copy of Captain Marvel. You're sending me a copy of Captain Woke, and you said a used copy. So Bruce not only is sending me a copy, but he also went around so that Disney did not get any of his money by getting a used copy. How much did you pay for it, Bruce? $5? I bet you got a pretty good deal on that, man. Oh man. Shout out to my man Bruce. Snaps in the chat for Bruce. Bruce is awesome. Bruce hooks me up all the time, man. I can't believe Bruce is getting me Captain Woke. Bruce is getting me Captain. Dude, and seriously, that movie's gonna sit on my desk. And anytime it comes up, I'm just going to throw it over my head. Unless the dogs are in here, because then I'm going to hit a dog. And I don't want to hit a dog because I don't want to be like one of those asshats on Instagram or anyone else that's been abusing dogs lately, because that's just too much for me. But thank you, Bruce. I appreciate that. Man, that's a package that I can't wait to get. Over on D-Live, Dean High says, just move John Wick over enough to get both on camera. Well, here's the thing is that... It's not possible at this point. And plus, I have a sleepy puppy, so I can't because I'll wake up the puppy. So I can't do that. Captain B-Boy says, you have staples in comics too. Doesn't mean it's okay to shove them in people's faces. Yeah, that's a good point. That is a fair point. Dark Detective says, instead of spin-off Star Wars films in between the main line of Star Wars films, they'll do Avatar sequels instead. Yeah, that is the current plan, is that for the next 5+ years, we'll get Star Wars, Avatar, because the Benioff and Weiss trilogy is filming all at the same time. All the Avatars are filming all at the same time, and so we'll get Avatar 5 before we get any more original films from Disney. Tina says, it was Krylo Ren who said, kill the past, little jerk Krylo. Oh yeah, that's right. My bad. I cared so much about that film that I remembered who said it. I think I'll be forgiven for forgetting in that movie who said that line. Oh man, but thank you, Tina. And also, of course, thank you, Sean's Reviews. Sean's Reviews, if you want to contact me directly on YouTube, just put Odin Question, type Odin Question, all one word. It'll pop up orange for me, and that will help me, be able to decipher through all the content. And if you're over on DLive right now, just put @Odin at the beginning of your comment, and then I'll know you're trying to get my attention. Micah Martinez says, I think the marketing for 9 will start in October with the second trailer during an NFL game, but I don't know how the PR is going to go. Also, a 2-hour, 15-minute runtime is way too short in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, if it's close to 2 hours, which is what someone said, then that's very short for not only a Star Wars movie, but also for the end of a saga. If this is truly the end of the Star Wars, or rather end of the Skywalker saga, you're going to want a long film, theoretically. I mean, look at Endgame. Endgame was the end of a giant saga. That film was freaking 3 hours long. It wasn't, story-wise, it wasn't good. The narrative wasn't good. But hey, 3 hours is what it needed to be. Had it been a good narrative, I would have loved every freaking minute of it. But that's, of course, for another day. Dark Detective says, why do you think they canceled the Rian Johnson trilogy? Well, we don't have official confirmation on that yet. There's a lot of speculation. It's likely true. And I honestly think it's because they realized that if they tried to put 3 more movies out by Rian Johnson, that the fans would reject it, that it would not do very well. But there could be there could be a plethora of other reasons as to why they might not want to pursue it. Maybe the story isn't what they want to go with. Maybe there's some tension with him and other people. We know that he gets along with Kathleen Kennedy, but maybe he doesn't get along with some other people behind the scenes. So there could be a plethora of reasons. But of course, he's got to get his movie Knives Out first, right? And everyone's going to see Knives Out, right? Did you know that that's a movie by Rian Johnson? His name is only on the trailer 5 times, in case you didn't know. Joe K470 says, I know you lost a lot of interest in WWE, but you have to watch Bray Wyatt's The Fiend, SummerSlam entrance, the new music, Creepy Mask Lantern was incredible. Oh, no, trust me, I'm jaded on it. I still watch it. I'm jaded, but I still make myself watch it weekly. So I watched SummerSlam last night, and literally I was staying up to watch that match, and of course they put it on second to last. And at that point, I was like, well, I might as well watch the entire thing. And yeah, The Fiend was the only great thing about that show. The final match was pretty good, except for the fact that it makes no sense seeing that Seth's ribs were broken and he was still able to do tons of things. That thing was a little silly. The match was good, but the storyline behind it was bad. The only good storyline last night was The Fiend. Grandmaster Yoda says, I found out one of my local stores didn't get Alita Steelbook at all in store. The limit sold out over the net, but guess what woke Steelbook that they don't have sold out? Well, someone over on my Discord, I think it was JJ, over on my Discord, he sent out, basically he was able to do a search. There's apparently a website where you can do a search for stock of certain products. So he did a search for Alita Steelbook stock, nowhere. He did a search for Captain Marvel Steelbook stock, everywhere. You can still, seriously, you can find that at almost any Best Buy at this point in time. And again, to me, the collector's market speaks volumes to me. The fact that collectors are not going out to buy it tells me a lot about where they rank that film in comparison to Alita, where you can't even find it anymore. It's truly insane. Dark Detective says, which film will you watch in December of 2022 first? Aquaman 2 or the new Star Wars film? And which do you think will do better? Definitely Aquaman 2. I would love to give Aquaman another shot. As you all know, I was not a huge fan of the first Aquaman. I gave it a C+. A lot of the CG issues for me and just overall pacing. But I would be willing to give the second film a shot, especially since I believe, last time I heard, James Wan has been confirmed to be coming back to return for it. But of course, that date of 2022 could even be pushed back because they're boycotting something in Hawaii right now. So who knows what's going to happen with that. All right, so YouTube chats has jumped. Let's see if any actual comments were jumped. So it looks like comments were skipped. So right now I'm at 7:25 p.m. in the YouTube chat. So again, the YouTube chat jumped on me. We're at 7:25 p.m. in the YouTube chat. Right now it's 7:38 p.m. That's how far behind I am. And again, I read every comment that has Odin question in it. And that is how these things work. So John Wiggler says, but Odin, don't you love mystery boxes? Doesn't everyone love a mystery box? Alex Martinez says, do you think D&D will ruin their Star Wars trilogy by making and inserting Bran the Broken Star King and rush the ending? To be honest, please put Bran the Broken in this movie. If they put Bran the Broken into Star Wars, I would eat that up. I would be laughing my ass off. Oh, that'd be gross. That would be the best. Also, it looks like we might have a troll in the DLive chat, so just keep an eye out on that free Bitcoin channel because it looks like we might have to ban him. Keep an eye out. But Captain K-Man says, was that a local video store today and Captain Marvel was on sale from $30 down to $20 for a copy of 20? Yeah, for the 4K, it's on sale now. Yeah, so the Captain Marvel is on sale now. But to be fair, because again, I always try and be fair, a lot of other movies are currently on sale. So Captain Marvel is not the only film on. It's not the only movie on sale at Best Buy. A lot of other films are on sale right now, and that's just because when a movie's been out for a certain period of time, if they still have a lot of extra stock, they might have to get rid of it, and so they have it on sale. So obviously we can look into that, but gotta be fair. Aiden Vickery says hello to Willow. Just noticed her. Yeah, and now her head's down, and now she's a little cute little puppy. Sierra Production says, have you ever heard of the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Sorry? Hardwick Bentho says, did you see Jonathan Pegu's excellent videos, symbolism and propaganda and pop culture? If not, I highly recommend it. No, I have not. Send that, DM that to me on Twitter or on the Discord if you are there, so that way I can watch it at some point. Sonny B says, Cassian and Hodor? That's totally off, man. That is totally off. Bruce says, in my opinion, Rogue One is the best of the Disney Star Wars movies. In your opinion, yeah, I would say that it's definitely one of the stronger ones. My personal, if I had to choose one, would be Force Awakens, because if I were to ask which one would I want to watch again, it would be Force Awakens. That doesn't mean I think it's great. That doesn't mean that I think the characters are well developed, because I think there's a lot of problems with it. But if I had to watch one of them, that's the one that I would watch. Grandma Tarkin's weird CGI thing. I mean, again, what is the one memorable part of Rogue One? Oh, wait, that's right. The scene they added in at the last minute because they had no memorable parts to it, where Darth Vader whoops ass, which is an amazing scene, but it's totally shoehorned in there because they had nothing. Captain Peabody says, I saw, just waiting to see what they do. Yeah, it looks like they stopped, so we'll see. We shall see. Let's see. Flames1107 says, why not both posters? There is blank space on the other side. You could put John Wick. Well, here's the thing, because it's literally right behind my chair. That's the reason why. It's literally right behind my chair right now. Let me see if I can. So you can see the top of it? See the top of it? But over my chair, I plan on putting my favorite movie of all time, or one of my favorite movies of all time. And it's a much bigger poster. And so I plan on doing that instead. The Dr. 14 says, my parents told me your stupid Disney boycott will not work because the Phantom Menace is too small. Well, tell that to Solo: A Star Wars Story, because a lot of people stayed home. So, yeah, tell your parents that. Why did Solo lose $200 million? And again, I'm not saying that Episode 9 is going to lose money. In fact, far from it. I think that Star Wars 9 is going to make money. However, if you're going to try and say that the Phantom Menace can't do anything, or that it's a insignificant number, I point you in the direction of Solo: A Star Wars Story. That's the only proof I need. Hyman says, if there's a student of yours who says Last Jedi is their favorite movie, tell them to write a hero's journey essay about it. Slasher Neon says, directed by Ryan Johnson, written by Benioff and Weiss, starring Brie Larson. It's episode 10, Cringe of the Woke. Holy crap. That would be one of the worst things that's ever been put to film in history. Written by Benioff and Weiss, directed by Ryan Johnson, starring Brie Larson. Lord. I would have to be paid to go watch that. Alice McCarthy says, not to mention, I think Bucky as Cap sold better in the comics. Probably did, because it was a part of the natural order of the Marvel comics and was not just forced in there when Disney took over. Again, let's at least be honest here. Super says, Odin, kind of random, but wanted you to know your opinion. Sorry if you've been asked this already, but what do you think of D&D getting a $200 million deal with Netflix to make original content? It's a waste of money, because as we've already seen with them, they need to be given an original concept in order to do anything. The only reason why Game of Thrones was amazing was because they had original source material from George R. R. Martin, who was a great writer, and were able to adapt it. And they adapted it as well as they did because George R. R. Martin was on set. He was a part of the creative process. As soon as George left, the show started going to crap. The show started to suffer. And then, of course, we had season 8, which was a complete and utter train wreck, One of the worst endings to any series will go down in history as one of the worst endings to any series. As Gary says all the time, they will write books about the ending to that series. So that's $200 million wasted. But also, seriously, if you weren't worried about Star Wars in their hands beforehand, now they've got $200 million on Netflix, which is a competitor of Disney, and now they're making their trilogy for Disney. I mean, seriously, their minds are going to be so split over this content, I can't imagine that they're going to come up with anything good. I would love to be proved wrong. I would love for us to get a series from them on Netflix that's very similar to the first few seasons of Game of Thrones. But I just don't have a lot of reason to have hope at this point. John Winkler says, Odin, point of personal privilege, your whiteness is offending me. Well, that's too bad because I can't change it. I can't change it. Jeremy Swig says, you can re-gift the movie to Jeremy. No, I'm keeping it. So that way I can keep throwing it. Ninja Girl 226 says, I just watched Ant-Man 2 and I realized Marvel killed Ghost, an African-American anti-hero who was interesting if movie could have focused on her instead of the tech underground. See, here's the thing. She was my least favorite part. She overacted the role. I did not like that villain in Ant-Man 2. She overacted the role and it was so annoying. Overall, I didn't hate Ant-Man 2. I actually liked it. Ant-Man 1's better. But Ant-Man and the Wasp is actually, I like it. It was enjoyable. Hybrid says, not to sound stereotypical, but Bruce guys are usually badass. Bruce from here, Bruce Lee, Bruce Wayne, and Bruce Campbell. That's a good point. Bruce has a long history in his name, a lineage, one could say, of badass Bruces. So Bruce is a badass, man. Bruce is a complete badass. CI Productions says, when you get that copy of Captain Marvel from Bruce, you should send it to EVS so we can make a video destroying it. No, because I must have it so I can throw it over my shoulder whenever I want. Venom Broly says, really hope that Doctor Who rumors are not just only rumors. Oh yeah, with them leaving, that'd be great. Yeah, if Jodie's done and if, I forget the producer's name, if he's gone too, that would be for the best. They can finally start to rebuild, hopefully. Doubt it, because BBC is still going to be involved, but we'll see. JJ says, did you see the Best Buy inventory? Yes, actually just talked about it, JJ. Just talked about it. Tina says, my question is, will there be an audience for another Avatar or another Star Wars autopsy? See, here's the thing. I think Avatar 2 will make $1 billion, and that's about it. I think it'll make $1 billion. I don't think it'll make $2 billion. And I think that every film after that will make less and less and less. Unless, of course, if James Cameron can show that he can still write a good story, and he just, blows everyone's minds with the effects, but also with the story. Because again, all the people that defend Avatar, the only ground they have to stand on is the effects. Even those, in my thoughts, have not aged well. But if they have a good story, if he's able to tell a good story between Avatars 2 and 5, and however many more he wants to make, then hey, he could make a fan out of me, because as we all know, he is a talented filmmaker. He's made great films before, so we can only hope. We can only really hope at this point. Star Wars, until they get new leadership in Lucasfilm, I can't see it. Right, Kitty says, I might just use the display code of yours. I found a poster there. Really like, please use it. I mean, if you want a poster, so again, you got the Alita. Ooh, I got the Alita poster. I always forget the side I'm on. The Alita poster behind me, all the posters that I have are from a place called Displate. They're metallic posters. They're really cool. If you use my affiliate link in the description of the video, I get a little kickback, so you help support the channel, but also I save you some money. But if you want to use my link and not my code, there's a code on their website at the top of the banner where you can save 32% or so on large and extra large posters. So you can save like $30, $20 to $30 on it. So I recommend it. They're very good quality. I've got 3 larges that I need to put up still. I just haven't had time. CI Production says, Disney or no Disney, I doubt Avatar will be as profitable as it used to. Again, I think it's going to make $1 billion for Avatar 2, and then it's going to make less and less unless he is able to start telling good stories with the movies. That will be the major change. Captain Peabody says, you know what my nephew would say about you? He would see your mic stand and say, you're a YouTuber. He did it to me. Would he now? Would he now? Chris Chibnall. Thank you, Dean Heiss. Chris Chibnall. That was the guy I was thinking about. That's the guy I was thinking about. Dr. 14 says, stop making my cousins' kids cry. They love all of Disney, and that is why your stupid boycott will not work. So Dr. 14 is trolling. Dude, Dr. 14. Some days you're really cool. Some days you're an asshat. Make up your mind. Are you cool or are you not cool? Because this multi-personality disorder that you seem to have is really wearing thin with me, man. I'm going to start skipping your comments if you can't stop being an asshat. Michael Martinez says, I think 9 should have been 2 hours and 45 minutes long, especially since it's the end of a saga. No, that would be justifiable. I think that would be the best. Of course, too, I think that would tell me, okay, they're at least going to fix it. They're going to fix the problems, maybe, and then tell a story. And you need a lot of time to do that. But c'est la vie. Super says, also, do you think big studios are missing the point of streaming? Everyone trying to get their own little piece of the pie seems really cost ineffective and annoying. Oh, no. We're going to get to a point when every studio has a streaming service, every company has a streaming service, and they're going to go bankrupt. Or at least some of them will, because Netflix will be the first, because all of the studios that have been giving them money, that have been feeding them movies and shows, are going to say, nope, we're putting them on our own services now. So Netflix will have nothing but original content. So they might be able to stay afloat. But, I mean, Stranger Things is really the only big thing they've got, at least in my mind, you know, as far as things that I would want to watch from their original content. Some of you might like other things that they have on there. So I'm not saying that they don't have it. But, yeah, I think that overall it's going to be oversaturated. The market's going to be so oversaturated, and no one's going to be willing to spend $10 here, $10 here, $10 here, because then eventually you're going to be spending $100 a month just to stream the various movies. And that's why people like Disney buying up all these companies is really trying to shore up the market. The fact that they've already announced they're going to do a Hulu Plus, ESPN Plus, and Disney Plus bundled package for the same price as a standard Netflix subscription shows you that's where the battle's going to be. It's going to be about price and what you can offer. I don't know if anyone's going to be able to battle with Disney, but again, that's the reason why I think Disney gets closer and closer every single day to possibly violating some trust laws. I'm telling you. I tell you this, my friend. Will Gentry over on DLive says, evening. I just showed my mom the DSA video. She found it very amusing and thinks they're all idiots. It makes me proud. That's awesome. Dark Detective says, do you know Rian Johnson almost came back for episode 9? Yeah, I'm sure that, I remember when we were talking about it because Kathleen Kennedy really likes Rian Johnson. So we knew he was coming back in some capacity, and it was only later it was revealed that it would be a trilogy. But looks like that's not there. Stephanie B spelling knives out. John Wheeler says, Odin, who's your favorite wrestler and era? I go Stone Cold, late 90s. So Attitude Era is my favorite era, no question about it. Stone Cold Steve Austin, one of my favorites. But I also like some WCW guys. I love Crow's version. I love the Crow Sting so much. Love Crow Sting. Love Taker. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of people that I love from that era. But I would say that, in all honesty, CM Punk. I love CM Punk. And I'm praying that at AEW All Out, that CM Punk returns, because you have no idea how electric that guy is. And as someone who's straight edge, it's really cool to have somebody that's also very publicly straight edge as well in the ring. I saw Drunk 3PO in there. Oh, Dan, what's going on, Drunk? How's it going, bruv? I saw you in there before my chat jumped on me again. So the chat did jump on me again. We were at 7:39 p.m. in the chat, and it's currently 7:52. Man, oh man, are we far behind tonight. But of course, it's a regular night, so why not? And we have 170 people watching, everyone. So please smash that like button. It helps us out a lot here. And thank you for subscribing. And if you want your comment read quicker, you can go through my Streamlabs donate page. The link is in the description of the video. Streamlabs.com/Odin's Movie Blog. And you can donate to the channel there. Super chats are off because every super chat, 30% of it goes to YouTube. And as we all know, YouTube sucks. And so I will continue to not allow them to steal your hard-earned money. But if you want to support, Streamlabs.com/Odin's Movie Blog, and you can tip there. Your message will pop up and everything. You'll have a little GIF will pop up too, and you will get shouted out much sooner. So again, think about it. Think about it. Bot, thank you for the lemon over on DLive. I appreciate it. Stephen Trixie says, Bran the Broken takes over the First Order and he becomes Darth Rampus. Yes. Franklin the Clan says, P972, you have to do like this. Yes. Thank you for showing them how it's done. If you want to get my attention over on YouTube, Odin question, all one word. It's the only way with 180 people now watching. Holy crap. This is insane. It hasn't been this big in a long time. I don't know what's going on right now. But seriously, thank you for watching. If you've not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button, please. Please. Simple request from a simple man, as my boy Jeremy always says. But yeah, if you want to get my attention, Odin question, all one word. If the chat ever skips like it just did, I will always tell you, and I'll tell you what time I have in the chat. Let's see what we got going on. Captain Roy over on DLive. Thank you for the diamond, man. Thank you for that diamond donation. I appreciate it. Jeremy Swig says, did he just say Grandma Tarkin? No, I said Grand Moff Tarkin. Maybe I just didn't pronounce the enough. John Winkler says, your big poster will be for Endgame, right? Oh, you know it, man. Funny enough, John Winkler, I do have an Endgame poster because when it first came out, I saw its opening night. I saw it on the biggest screen possible, so I got a free poster. I still have that poster. I have a lot of posters to give away. I just have not figured out an economical way to give them away. So posters are going to eventually be part of giveaways. I have a crap ton because I used to work at a movie theater and I just collected a lot, but I just don't know the economical way to ship those. Because with movies, it's easy to do media mail, $275 shipping, flat rate. And then, of course, if it's international, we handle it that way. But I don't know how to ship posters out. So maybe someone else knows how to do that. Blake Hemler says, spoiler alert, Rey and Kylo Ren will be French kissing each other at the end of episode 9. Just kidding. Oh, man. Yeah, Doctor, I'm skipping you, bro. Frank says, you have seen some of the Star Wars stuff I own, and I refuse to buy any more with Disney behind the wheel. Just saying, yeah, dude, he owns some pretty sweet stuff. John Winkler says, Odin, did you know the media is for Alita now as the home release is doing well? Yeah, I have seen that. Isn't it interesting that now all of a sudden, all the media shills are talking about, oh my God, Alita. Oh my God, Alita sequel. These were the same people saying, Alita is the biggest flop of the year not too long ago. So yeah, isn't it interesting? Isn't it interesting how it all happens? Isn't that interesting? Alice McCarthy says, on one way they could improve Star Wars Episode 9 is to cast Drunk 3PO as superior 3PO. Yes. If Drunk 3PO, the prettiest man on YouTube, yes, I think that would be an excellent addition. Dark Detective says, why does woke Twitter want Brie Larson in Star Wars? Why does woke Twitter want Brie Larson in Star Wars? Well, because woke Twitter is woke just like Brie Larson. So they want to support their own. The question is, why wouldn't they support it? Hammer says, the 4th anniversary of Apocalypse Now Final Cut releases theatrically August 15th in Dolby Vision and Meyer Sound, the widest dynamic range audio in cinema history. Will you be attending? If there is a theater near me that offers it, then yeah, absolutely. That'd be great. That would be fantastic. That is also the Feast of the Assumption because we have Mass that day. So yeah, Hammer, send information my way if you can on Twitter DMs. That way I can look up and see if I can find it on my end. John Miller says, Odin, does Netflix like losing money? It certainly seems that way. Dark Detective says, how did you meet Jeremy? So basically, I have loved YouTube for a long time, and I'd always wanted to start YouTubing myself. And so I watched a bunch of people like Chris Stuckman, Jeremy Johns, John the Flick Pick. It's been awesome to be collaborating with him on a lot of things because not only did I look up to him a lot, but also he's just a really cool dude and it's just fun to hang out with. So that's just been really nice and really cool to have. But eventually I also started, almost 2 years ago, a little over a year ago, because we just hit our year anniversary here on the channel. I started to, I all of a sudden discovered Jeremy's channel, discovered Geeks and Gamers. And I'm like, hey, this is a guy that's speaking truth to power and people love it. Normally, anytime I saw YouTube, it was always something that was very highly produced. It was always something that was towing the party line. And again, not necessarily that there's anything wrong with that, because I have friends that create content like that. But it was something different. And so I said, this is awesome. And it made me realize, that's always been my personality. I've always been a more outspoken person. I'm that person where if I went to go see a musical, even in high school, and my friends who were in the show asked me how the show was, if I thought the show sucked, I would tell them that the show sucked. I was just always that person. That's why I am the critic who is a cynic. I have no problem having a cynical perspective because I believe in honesty. I want to be honest about my opinions. I'm not just going to say, oh, you did so great. That fakeness has always pissed me off about theater. And so I it's, and in life in general too. So eventually I started to watch his channel, started to super chat him. He inspired me, so I started to make my own videos. I remember my first videos were about Solo, a Star Wars story, about John Campea, because I'd had issues with John Campea for a long time, because I remember watching him when he first started the AMC talk, and I kept listening to him, and I said, oh my God, why is this idiot allowed to talk here when he's speaking out of his ass, and everyone around him is just nodding, yeah, and there were no opposing views. There were no opposing views. And so basically seeing Jeremy is what gave me that, like, that lit that fire under me to start my own content. And then the rest from there is really history. So I finally met Jeremy in person after a long time of contacting, reaching out to him, asking for help, him eventually liking my content and bringing me into the Geeks and Gamers family, bringing on to the Geeks and Gamers channel. And then, we were only about a couple hours away. So yeah, that's how we met. Tina says, D&D, with their tiny brains split between the disaster, which is Netflix, and the mess, which is Lucasfilm, it'll be a glorious train wreck I look forward to hearing about. Yep, I'm sure all of us will be, for sure. Captain Peabody, thank you for the lemon. Oh, thank you for the ice cream, man. I appreciate you. Bruv. Thank you. Will Gentry over on DLive says, oh, I love the idea of Grandma Tarkin. She used the Force to hit mouthy young brats with her handbag. Please, someone make a Grandma Tarkin account. All about hitting the young brats with the handbag. If someone could animate that too, God, that'd be a beautiful animation. Alice Martinez says, also, the Disney Star Wars action figures can all be found in the discount bin and are peg warmers. Check Jeff's videos on World Class BSers about the Star Wars toy sales. Oh, trust me, he's been covering that for a long time. And just by going to going to my Dollar Trees when I was going on Blu-ray hunts, you can find so many Star Wars toys. It's ridiculous. At the Dollar Tree, where every toy is $1. That's bad. Jeremy Swig says, even Bruce Jenner. What? Sasha says, any chance George R. Martin backstabbed Dan and Dave by giving them fake material for seasons 5 to 8 to test audience reception? Let them take the fall? No, because we know that he wasn't on set anymore. So that's how we know that. Jade Aiden Vickery says, just in case the alarm has not gone off yet, YouTube sucks. You're right. As McCarthy says, World Class BSers did a live stream on them watching Captain Marvel. Of course, they were imbibling booze. Yeah, I saw them go live with a drunk stream for Captain Marvel, so I can only imagine what it was like. John Wingler says, Odin, are the posters sheets of metal? So it's hard to describe what it actually is. I feel like it's a metal sheet, and then it's obviously it's printed onto a metallic sheet that's folded around a metal sheet. It's really hard to describe, but it is metallic, so it's not paper. It won't fold. It's a lot more durable, and they just look really nice. They feel so sturdy, and they really do look nice. Here, Roger says, do you have any posters from working at a movie theater? Plenty. I've got a plethora of posters, and I just have never been able to hang them up, and that's why I think I might just start giving them away, especially now that I'm doing affiliate stuff with Displate. I honestly think that from that, I'll probably end up buying any posters that I really want from them, the higher quality, with me just being able to hang it on a magnet on the wall instead of having to, actually hammer in anything. And yeah, that's where I stand on that. Blake Hemlow says, I think there's going to be new leadership and employees at Lucasfilm if Episode 9 fails this year or somewhere between 2020 and 2021. Well, 2021 we know is when Bob Iger's stepping down. He's already said as much. And it would not surprise me if Kathleen Kennedy is not too long after. But hey, they've loved to double down on mistakes in the past, and so I would say that it's not too far off to say that it wouldn't happen again. Super says, agree, D&D's treatment of Game of Thrones proved they hate multitasking. But hey, who needs integrity when you've got money? Netflix just lost $17 billion last month, and they're projected to crash 70%. Yeah, and more people are leaving the program. Wait until, was it October, November? It's either October 12th or November 12th when Disney Plus goes live. I guarantee you're going to see a shift, because I honestly believe Disney Plus, especially with them offering now bundles with ESPN, etc., is going to be huge. It's going to be gigantic. It's going to be insane. I honestly believe that. Will Gender says, evening all, it's 49 minutes past. How far behind are you tonight? It's 7:49 in the chat and 8:03 where I am. So I'm about 14 minutes or so behind, so I'm catching up slowly. Super says, and Netflix probably sees D&D as their saving grace. They're probably going to promote them endlessly. Rip Netflix. Yep, pretty much. They only think about the good times of Game of Thrones, and they forget the entire 8th season. Some would say more seasons than that, but I think everyone can agree the 8th season is a bit of a train wreck. Grandmaster Yoda says, Just Mercy are Brickface and Larson next film, and have no Disney guard and open in the USA the week after episode 9 opens. Ouch. Oh, okay. You're talking about Brie Larson's in another film. Yeah. So here's the other thing too. Independent films don't do anything. So yeah, it's going to flop. Not just because, again, let's be honest. It's not going to flop just because she's in it. It's going to flop because it's an independent film that's not run by Disney, and Disney has cornered the market, which is destroying movies as we know it. Like, the movie industry has been on the decline for a while, but this year alone, as you can tell, the only billion-dollar films out are all run by Disney, and indie films are suffering tremendously. And I think that Disney has a lot to do with that because of how they're promoting their movies. Sammy B says, streaming service, Sean Connery style. Oh, Steph. John Wiggler says, Odin, have you seen BoJack Horseman? I tried, couldn't get into it. Not my cup of tea. It's not my cup of tea at all. And again, if you want to get my attention on YouTube, please put Odin question. Type Odin question. Don't tag my channel. It's not going to pop up for me. Put Odin question. And the chat did jump on me again, so now we're at 751 in the chat. So it looks like they didn't jump too much, but it may have skipped a couple of comments. We're at Super Anime Gamers chat. Dean High is thank you for the ice cream over on YouTube. I appreciate it. Will Gentry says, 14 minutes behind is quite good for you. It's usually more like 20 minutes behind. Oh, it was about 20 to 30 minutes behind at one point. So Captain Peabody says, Grandma Tarkin, I recognized your foul stench when I was brought on board. Whack, shut up, Missy, and hand me my prune juice. Shut up, Missy, and hand me my prune juice. I'm Grandma Tarkin. Oh, Grandma. Oh, that'd be a funny comedy. Someone should, seriously, talking about an animated series, Grand Muff Tarkin and Grandma Tarkin. Wouldn't that be great? CWD Trixie says, in the end, even the mighty Disney will fail to Taco Bell in the great franchise war. I love Taco Bell, man. It's great. Super says, okay, oh, I know. I'm not the norm because I want to get into the industry, but I did the math. For everything I want, it would be $80 a month. That's stupid. Yeah, you're exactly right. And that's why you'll probably see more people do more things like Disney and bundle things together. John Wingler says, I remember Punk's pipe bombs on Raw Weekly. It was glorious. Oh, it was so good. The pipe bomb, man, so damn good. And also his SummerSlam entrance and win against John Cena, God, 2011. That was a great time. Ungoliant of Avatar says, did you see Dora in IMAX 3D yet? Is it in IMAX 3D? I haven't. But ever since Josiah Rise has talked about it, I actually want to see that movie now. Why? Josiah, why do you now have me wanting, because I'm intrigued by your passion for it, having me wanting to see freaking Dora the Explorer? Oh, man. Super says, also, I learned something interesting today. Did you know none of Netflix top 50 shows are original? Never would have guessed. It's nuts. Yeah, I did not know that. And I think that speaks volumes because, again, unless they have a Stranger Things coming out, their original shows don't really have large audiences. Christopher Mill says, would Hamill be in charge of Lucasfilm save Star Wars? No, not necessarily. I think that Mark Hamill is a very talented actor. I think he's a very talented voice actor, even more so. That does not mean that he's a creative mind. That does not mean that he's a director. That does not mean that he is a producer type either. So no, I don't think that would automatically save it. You need a lot more than just that. Dean Heiss, thank you for the ice cream over on DLive. I appreciate it. And Bot loves BoJack. So we got some fans of BoJack in the house. Hyper says, cool Odin, my personal favorite is The Undertaker. Randy Orton is, in my opinion, has the best entrance theme. His entrance theme is pretty damn awesome. I will agree. And also, Randy Orton, I've learned to start to really appreciate Randy Orton the more and more as the years go on because he's a pretty solid veteran. John Winger says, Odin, I don't do simple requests from simple men. I do overly complicated requests from crazy bipolar men. Nice. Ooh, I'm thirsty. It's already been an hour and 10 minutes. That's insane. Time has been flying by. Tommy says, to inspire the like button, hits say it's a strike at Disney Star Wars when you hit it. If I had that power, if I could somehow make a connection between the like button and that would be the way to get likes. Flames1107 says, do you have a Captain Marvel poster? You could repay Bruce back. I do not have a Captain Marvel poster. So sadly enough, I do not have a Captain Marvel poster. Keo Rogers says, go to UPS and put it in a shipping tube. Yeah, I understand that concept, and I can, of course, buy. I have shipping tubes. I have them in shipping tubes, and I'm thinking of giving them out in bulk, like gifting them out as a giveaway, saying this tube will have this poster, this poster, this poster, just to save on it's the postage that I don't know, because I feel like the postage would be a lot more for those because of the weird shape. Tina says, should you run across an original or copy of 1956 Ten Commandments movie poster or the 1990s re-release, call me. I don't have those. But Tina, you can actually find those posters, not the original posters that were originally up in theaters, but you can find the prints. Either check and see, they might have a couple of those on display, but if not, on Amazon they tend to have movie posters there too. There's plenty of places where you can find movie posters nowadays, including for older films. P972 says, Twitter is Brie Larson's castle. Certainly seems that way. John Winkler says, I remember when the media was mad over Alita's boobs. Good time. Yeah, that's right. They thought she was over-sexualized. I remember that argument. Oh, she's over-sexualized. No, she's a woman, and therefore she has a female form. If you were going to look at her that way, that says more about you as a person than it does about the actual character. Oh, man. John Winkler says, Odin, how long have you known Freya and how long have you been married? So we've been married now for 2 years. Known Freya for about 4? Yeah. Cynical Center says, Donnie Yen called about your Rogue One hate speech. He said, I love that movie so much. Hey, Cynical Centrist. I will say Donnie Yen's great in it. I think his character is great, but he doesn't get enough screen time. And that's why his character is not enough to save the movie for me. Because had they spent more time on him and his friend, it would have been a great movie. But they didn't, and they spent time on less interesting characters. Stephanie B, truth to power. Hardwick Bentho says, regarding the Thor Ragnarok allegory I mentioned earlier, I don't think it's people reading too much into it. Once you find what to look for, it becomes obvious as Waititi's intent. Well, here's the thing, too. It's very easy to paint a picture of a movie and to have it seem like it's saying something that it's not, or at least to make you believe that it's saying something. So that's why I would say I'd rather hear from Taika himself or from a closer source rather than from someone who's interpreting a film. So again, I'm not saying that it's not true. I'm just saying that I would rather it be from a different source personally. Captain Frank and the Clan, thanks for the ice cream. Captain Peabody, thank you for the ice cream as well. Frank Clan says, yes, it was licked by me to Frank. And then he just gave me 10 lemons. So now you'll see Frank and the Clan's 10 lemons popping up on the channel for a little bit. Thank you for the 10 lemons, bro. Appreciate it. Nigel Doodle says, hi, Odin. Do you think the outrage mob would be upset if they race-swapped Rey for a POC lady in episode 9? No. They'd be happy. Which one are you talking about? I was confused by that. Mikey Wood says, back Cyberfrog Blood Honey on Indiegogo before it ends on August 15th. Help Ethan beat Earthworm Jim to 1 million. JK, EWJ is good, though. He's still, again, I love Ethan, but I'm pretty sure his campaign has stopped, restarted 1,000 times. And I just saw the other day that he finally has actual prints. So, I thought that all that stuff was supposed to go out months ago. That's just me. I mean, I've never made a comic before, so I don't know how long it takes to do all this stuff, so I'm assuming that that's what's been going on. But every single second, I feel like there's another campaign and another campaign. Again, if you want to support it, go right ahead. I'm not a comics guy, so I'm not, because the comic will literally just sit on my shelf, and it's just not going to, just not going to be there. Michael Wood says, sorry to shill Cyberfrog Blood Honey. It's just so important countering current entertainment. And again, if you want to support it, great. The campaigns need to end. The campaigns need to end, and you need to put it into people's hands. That's my thought on it. John Riley says, Odin, the worst 2 words in the English language are good job. Oh, man. Talk about a quote from one of my favorite movies, Whiplash. Jeremy Swig says, just realized the cute sleeping puppy. Someone needs a belly rub. Yep. She's a cutie. Look at her. She's so cute. And then River just thought I was talking about her. So she's lying down flat on the ground. And she just looked up at me like, oh, you talking about me? Huh? You talking about me? No, I'm not talking about you. Go back to bed. Giga Rogers says, do you have posters for Star Wars episodes 1 to 3? No, I was not working in a theater at that time. I do have Star Wars posters for, I think I have Force Awakens. Stephanie B with the lemons. Christopher Mills said, who do you think is bigger badass, Chuck Norris or Laurie Torney, a.k.a. the Soldier of Three Armies? Chuck Norris. I don't know who the other person is. Tina says, Jeff from World-Class BSer said he'll be doing another video about the collapse of Star Wars toys. It's even worse than they want to admit. Doesn't surprise me at all. Super says, something else I thought was interesting. News dropped that Disney is adapting a young adult fantasy called Children of the Blood and Bone, but they're supposedly using Lucasfilm to do it. Thoughts? Once again, it's another adaptation. It's another material based on previous material that's not original. I'm tired of Disney continuing to push out non-original content. And I know that they're not the only studio doing it, but they're the biggest studio doing it. And when every major movie of a given year, this year specifically, is over $1 billion and from Disney and they're all crap remakes, I'm done. I'm over it. I'm just so over it, man. Dislocated Design says, did Lucas protect his Star Wars works from Disney remakes? I don't know. Well, he ruined his own project. He ruined his own movies when he did the special releases. So John Giggs says, I cannot wait for us to get a female president. Good for you, man. I can't wait for us. No, I'm just going to leave it there. I don't care. See, here, you want to know facts? You want to know truth? How about we just have a good president? Why does the gender of the president matter? Oh, wait, that's right. It doesn't. Except to idiots who only care about stupid things. Christine B. Fernandez says, do you think Disney will rebrand Galaxy's Edge in California? Florida seems to be watching and learning. Yeah, I think so. There's rumors that they're going to close it down to rebrand it. They should. If they want more success, they need to add more of the original trilogy stuff. And if that means they have to pay George Lucas something, then maybe they should. Peabody says, yes, Ethan promised everyone that they would have Cyberfrog before Christmas. Well, that's good. That is good. Let's see. Tina says, something else I thought was interesting. News dropped that Disney is adapting. Got that one already. Got that one already as well. Got that one already. Why did it jump up? So Neon says, I want more heads to roll Lucasfilm and Disney than King's Landing. Damn, son. That's a little intense. Mad Mitch says, I only got a Battlestar Galactica one sheet, but I can't find it now. No, that's so sad. Yeah, I got a crap ton of one sheets, man. Ray Venkman, Jim Carrey or Dr. Eggman are the same guy. I guess so. Oh, man. Sasanian says, and Hollyweird is more evil and incestuously gross than the Lannisters. Burn it all down, sort it out later. Yeah, seriously, there's a lot of sick stuff going on in Hollywood, man. A lot of sick stuff. Alex Martinez says, I made a magnificent discovery. A donut with bacon glazed on top. Hand me a defibrillator. You've never had that before? They are delicious. Oh, man, they're delicious. Captain says, how are the puppies? Did they do okay with the move? Oh, yeah, they did fine. They moved up before I did fully. I drove them up a week or two before I moved up fully. So, yeah, they're doing fine. They're sleeping. They're little sleepy puppies is what they're doing right now. Hardwick Panther says, are you familiar with the YouTube channel of fantasy writer and film reviewer David Stewart? He has a great videos on Star Wars, Alita, Thanos, philosophy, writing advice, and other topics. No, I'm not. Send it my way on Twitter. DM. Jeremy Swiggs, Odin's going to buy Doris Steelbook. I know. If I like it, I might. If I like it, I might. Tina says, I told Josiah I thought we'd be scraping him off the floor after Dora. I was shocked. I was shocked too. I couldn't believe that in all seriousness, he loved Dora the Explorer. But hey, sometimes there's diamonds in the rough, man. Super says, Nerdrotic said it, and I agree. Iger fundamentally changed Disney from a truly artistic to just another media giant. Think there's a chance the next CEO will try to undo some of Iger's work. Definitely a chance that they would. But yeah, Gary's on point on so many things. And I think that's a good one, is that they used to be focused more so on artistic design, artistic development. And when Bob Iger took over, it was more about building up a media empire. Because from the very beginning, what was his main goal? The streaming service. What was a big part of that plan? Buying, Marvel, buying Fox, buying the rights, so that way they had all this content. And obviously he had some snafus on the way. But yeah, that's look at the fact that you have every single $1 billion film this year is a Disney-run film, or at least a Disney-affiliated film when it comes to Star Wars. When it comes to Spider-Man. Gabriel Alejandro Pandrea Panriga says, can I get a YouTube sucks, Disney sucks, Google sucks? You just got it, man. Alex McCarthy says, yes, Randy Orton is awesome, and best female is Alexa Bliss for obvious reasons. Yes, because we've heard from that. We've heard from you on that a lot. Jay Stowe says, with how they want to do Rocco, they need to just rename the series to Rocco's Modern Woke Life and have nothing to do with the continuing the original. Well, I think that the episode or the mini movie is already out. Some people have said that it's good, other than some of the other things, some of the other woke elements to it, but we'll see. Over on D Live, let's see. Christine Fernandez says, have you been to Dollywood? I wonder how that place is. I've never been there because at first I thought it was just Dolly Parton. And I was like, why would I want to go there? But apparently it's a theme park with rides and roller coasters and they're pretty good. So now that I'm in the area, definitely going to go to Dollywood at some point. Captain Peabody says, yes, now you are there, you can go to Dollywood. Damn right I can. Dean High says, according to Doomcock, Disney is killing off OG characters so they don't have to pay George Lucas. Thoughts? Did a video on it on the YouTube channel, actually. That's one of the reasons why we're doing the stream, Dean Heiss. So if you want my thoughts, check out the video. Check it out. Tina says, thanks about the movie poster info. I used to get my posters from poster-specific stores, but that was years ago. Yeah, now that everything has moved online, you can pretty much find anything you want online for a reasonable price. A classic poster like that probably won't cost that much. Cynical Centra says, oh, Forrest Whitaker called too. He said, save the rebellion, save the dream. Save the rebellion, save the dream. Save the rebellion, save the dream. No, his acting in that was just, no, he's so much better than that. Rosetta Allen says, dropping a quick like and support today. Can't stick around, threw out my back and broke a tooth. Oh, damn, Rosetta. Well, hope you're doing okay. Thanks for stopping by. Tommy says, think he got only prof copies in a week or so ago. What? What, Tommy? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Tommy? Tommy, you went there. Man, you went there for Mom. You went there. That's a terrible impersonation. John Flickinger does a much better warrior impersonation than I do. Tina says, yeah, the proofs came out a few weeks ago. I did support Cyberfrog, and yeah, still waiting on my copy. Have never made a comic book before. I'm being patient. Oh, okay, got it. Just got the proofs. Okay, got the proofs. Got it. Well, again, I just don't think there should be any more campaigns. Nickel Noodle says, I backed Cyberfrog during the original campaign when I was supposed to receive it last November. Still waiting. Yeah, you see, I forgot that it's been that long. I forgot it's been that long. Super says, Ethan is a great artist, but he's extremely slow and he knows it. Each campaign has offered different stuff like variant covers. Right now, he's selling a variant cover for Vampirella. But I thought that's something that I've heard from a lot of comic people. Like, for example, even, obviously people are buying it to get those copies. But I know it was Gary has talked a lot about, variant covers and how they ruined the comic industry. So I don't know. I don't know if that's a good choice. I don't know. Mike Martinez says, sorry again. I'm done. Mikey Woods. No problem, Mikey Woods. Tina with lemons. CF Production says, gas, gender doesn't matter. A female president is a beautiful thing. Now I will have to destroy you in self-defense. Kiko Rogers says, EVS promised Cyberfrog by Christmas 2018. That's right. I forgot that was when the original campaign was. So that's why anytime I hear about a new campaign, I'm like, dude, fulfill the promises of the first campaign before you start another one. Because it's going to do well. Like, the whole variant stuff is just making the process longer. Phantom Menace says, what do you think about Epsilon suicide? No one did not see it coming except everyone. So many people. What? Epsilon? Remember what, Epstein? I'm not getting into the Epstein stuff because that's all. It's only, we don't have any facts and it's all conspiracy at this point, man. So. Hyper says, what are your thoughts on Dark Tower being remade as an Amazon TV series? Well, I guess the movie was a thing and a mistake. Yeah, seriously. The movie wasn't very good. Did not like the movie, but it could work as a TV show. Maybe with different creators, it'll be better. So Neil Sanchez says, two of my friends at work really like Dora over The Last Jedi. Could be, man. Could be cynical. Seriously. It sounds like this is a movie that we need to watch, that we need to go see. Dislocated Design says, has George Lucas protected the OT prequels, etc. from Disney remakes? Are his creations off limits? I've already talked about that a little bit. He's already kind of destroyed his own film. So Ray Vangman says, you need a Bethesda account to read this comment. What? Mike Martinez says, Dollywood is a really fun place, but I haven't been there in a while. Gary Rogers says, Dolly Parton is legit. Have fun. Okay. All right. Jeremy Swig says, you should go to Dolly Dixie Stampede. I've gone once and it was great food and good show. I love food. I love good food. Jace Doe says, speaking of posters, what are the few of your favorites you have? I have a Whiplash poster that I'm very proud of because it's one of my all-time favorites. I've got a Nightcrawler poster that I'm very proud of because it's one of my favorites. And those are the only ones that come to mind. I have a crap ton of others, though, that I'm always forgetting that I have. So I'm going to have to start giving those away soon. Cynical Sandra says, I think EVS has some issues with his hands or elbows from years of drawing. Yeah, probably. I imagine as such. But again, that's the reason why, okay, so do one thing at a time. Do one thing at a time and then move on. If that's true, and I think that is, if the original campaign was promised delivery of 2018, of Christmas of last year, and that hasn't even been fulfilled yet, why are you doing other campaigns if that is indeed the case? That's my main point. That's my main point. And I'm not trying to throw shade at anybody here. I'm not trying to start a fight with anyone. I'm not trying to throw shade at anybody. I know that some people are going to take it this way and say, oh my God, look what Odin said about EVS. It's not what's going on here. It's just an observation from a simple person that doesn't understand these things. Jeremy Swig says, those that supported back in November are getting the chromium covers. Yes, but weren't they supposed to be out by Christmas of that year? Is what someone else said. Okay, because that also could be wrong information too. Christine B. Fernandez says, did you get the steelbook for Detective Pikachu? It is real nice. I did get it. In fact, it's right next to me. Yep. It's very, very nice. Love this movie. It's so much fun. It really is. And there's only one woke comment, and it's not even that woke. It's actually pretty funny the way that it does. But look at that. Look at how cute he is. Look at how cute he is. Little Pikachu. Pikachu. Huh? Pikachu. All right, let's see what we got here. Sasha Neon says, Gary recommended Altered Carbon and Dark if you're interested. I've heard great things about Dark. All my favorite Netflix originals are animated. Not sure if my own preference or proof of live action stuff is mediocre. Yeah. Super says he does it because he wants to capitalize on Cyberfrog to the max, and I can respect that. And I think that's what it is. And that's just where that's where it's like, okay, don't make promises you can't keep. That's the main thing to me. That's always been how I've been, and that's what I don't feel like is right personally. Again, I'm not saying that. Yeah. Anyway, Jason Lemon, thank you for the $2 donation. Says Ethan was going to make it a 48-page comic, but he kept adding pages until people told him it's time to stop. So now it's in 80 pages. In practice, he's talking a show. In practice, he's a talk show host who does a comic on the side. He wants to hire artists and be a marketer and editor. And again, that's all fine and dandy. I just think get what you promised out. And don't do any more campaigns. Jedi Sage Monk, thank you for the $5 donation. Says, hello, Odin. Riff Magos here. I'm enjoying a session at my cafe, but I had to stop by and show support. Well, thank you, Jedi Sage Monk. I appreciate it. Riff Mago supported the channel. Thank you so much for being here, man. I appreciate you. Will Gender says, holy effing S. MG Tao have hacked Tristan Nerdette's BitChute account. They've replaced one of her videos with a video of them. I don't know what that is. Will Journey is the same title, same thumbnail, but the video of them talking about MJAO stuff, I don't know what that is. That means nothing to me. Will Journey says, wow, that's just crazy. It looks like it would be her video, but when you click on it, it's just I don't know what that is. I don't know those letters. Will Gentry, you know that my brain is on overload every single stream. Why are you using crazy letters? Super says, got that one already. Blake Lemma says, it wouldn't be stormtroopers invading, it would be clones. Mario Martinez says, apparently Joker is said to be a cinematic achievement. Can't wait to watch the movie. It's my most anticipated movie of the rest of 2019. I agree. Joker looks fantastic. Someone says a cinematic achievement. I just hope that the story is on pace. There were early rumors that they were going to try and put some characters in there that were going to be like certain presidential people. Hopefully that's not the case, because I don't want anything taken away from Joaquin Phoenix, because Joaquin Phoenix is I can't wait for Joaquin Phoenix's character, man. It looks freaking awesome. Blake Emma says, I should send you my Star Wars movie screenplay once it's finished because it's a lot more original than Star Wars sequel trilogy. Studio says, did you like the Maze Runner films? They were okay. They were fine. They weren't great, but they were fine. Let's see. Tina says, oh, and he had to get a new colorist, so another delay. I'm trying to remember all the updates we got on Cyberfrog. Jeff had some issues with stealing Solo too. But once again, I understand the delay, but then why are you doing more campaigns? That's the main thing. It's like, okay, I understand the delay, but then don't do other campaigns in the meantime. Get the first one done and out of the way, and then build from there. But that's just me. Orange Review says, you do a good Pikachu. Well, thank you. Ray Vegman says, Absol is better than Ray don't shoot. If those are newer Pokemon, I don't know them. I'm a 2 generation guy. Super says, though EVS has been real successful, there's nothing to worry about regarding variants. Marvel printed them, and at least the hundreds of thousands inflated sales massively. He's good. Well, no. And again, I'm not trying to call him out on anything other than just finishing what was already begun. Alice McCarthy says, Pika. Seriously, though, the movie was awesome, and I want a sequel for it, but Ryan Reynolds has to be in it. I don't want a sequel for it. I think it's fine with what it is. No need for it. Sierra Production says, don't make promises you can't keep. Yeah, but those are the best kinds. Senate, what's going on, man? How's it going, bruv? Super says, MG Tao is an online movement of guys who hate feminism so much and are so intimidated by dating. They've sworn off women entirely. They're very special. Ooh, yeah, that's not good. Tina says, yeah, thank you for letting them know. Cynical Center says, yes, we agree on something. Joaquin is amazing. Did you see her? I did. I loved her. Literally loved her. It was a brilliant. I'm glad that film got recognition for its writing, because the writing for that film was fantastic. However, it says not enough running in Maze Runner. They do not know the way. Why are they Ronin? You do not know the way, my friends. No, you do not know the way. Men going their own way is what it means. Okay, yeah, that means okay. It's a political movement. It said MGTOW, they're part of an MRA movement, very anti-feminist, anti-woman. Oh, interesting. All right. Well, bye. RMB. Bye, loser. He's calling me a loser. Bye, loser. Bye, Felicia. Tina says, I saw that on YouTube that someone's Twitch account was hacked and some team material. So yeah, basically, that has to do with the recent news of, what's his name? Oh, what is his name? Famous Twitcher who just moved to Mixer. And that rhymed. But anyway, so apparently on his suggested inappropriate content, and he was very pissed off about it, and rightly so. Peter Han says, I'm wet, tired, and angry. Thanks for having a live stream to let me unwind. No problem at all, dude. Hiram says, so sad that Raid 3 isn't happening, but I guess it's better to stop for something gets too much. Oh, it isn't happening? That is sad. Raid 1 and 2 are great, but I agree. Did you play Pokemon games or watch the shows, movies? I watched the original cartoon when I was a kid, and I played Pokemon Red religiously. Cynical Centrist says, yes, 2 for 2. Boom, Cynical Centrist. See, we can disagree and agree at the same time. Super says, I know you're not trying to call him out for anything. I was just explaining the comic crash you referenced Nerdrotic talking about and the difference between it and EVS. Well, again, I was just trying to make a reference there that, apparently went over some people. Ninja. Thank you, Will Gentry. I was talking about Ninja there. And yeah, again, I'm not calling him out, but it looks like a bunch of people left. So I think some people thought that I was. And I can't wait to get that message of, what were you doing, man? Why were you doing that? And again, this is an outsider, simply speaking. And if I was a person, and again, I have done it myself where I've said, I'm going to do something and then I never do it. But also I've never taken and received other people's money in the process. So for me, it's, Get everything done when you say it's going to get done, and then we're cool. We're good. Jay Sean Lemon says, thank you for the donation, says, when I watched Detective Pikachu, I thought it was just okay, but I watched the trailer again today. I got pumped for rewatching. I noticed now that it's sort of cyberpunk aesthetic. Didn't notice that at first. Yeah, it really is. It's really a unique film. It really is. Sasha says, do clap emojis trigger live streaming socialists? Senate says, good, just got on my first day of school, slept all day, and it was over. Aw, no, don't sleep at school. Odin video. Oh, man. Well, I do want to do a giveaway, so I'm not going to read any more comments. Let's go ahead and give away a Star Wars Despecialized Edition set. The ones that were not destroyed by George Lucas. As much as I love George Lucas for giving us Star Wars, he did also try to destroy his own content by adding crap to it. So we're going to give away two full sets on YouTube, and we're going to give away one full set on D Live. So let me just go ahead and get the YouTube peeps set up like we normally do. So again, these are 2 full sets of Star Wars Despecialized Editions. These are the original films as they were originally meant to be seen. Dude, you're a loser, man. This idiot keeps jumping in. I'm giving away free stuff. I don't know what the hell you're doing, Display 45. Seriously, Do you have a life? Apparently you don't over on DLive. Apparently you don't. Different than my YouTube people who are awesome. And my DLive people who are currently here who are also as well. All right, where is it? Giveaway. So this is going to be for Star Wars. Let's see. Star Wars Despecialized. And we're going to make this 50 cookies each. 50 cookies each. 100 tickets max. And boom. All right, so the giveaway is now open over on YouTube. If you want to enter in, it's enter exclamation point, put a space, and then the number of tickets you want to buy. It's 50 tickets per 50 cookies per ticket, max of 100 tickets. So make sure that you have enough. So GMonkey76 had for 100, CWD Trixie for 100, Alex Martinez for 100, Blake Hemlow for 50. Captain Frank, thank you for the ice cream, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate you, bruv. I appreciate you. Hypern, I got you in for 50 as well. Remember that you must be a regular on the channel, so if I don't recognize your name and you win, then I hold the right to pick another person. John Winkler, I got you for 5. Aiden Vickery, I got you for 1. Remember, you need to make sure that you have enough cookies for the tickets. It's 50 cookies per ticket of a max of 100 tickets. And if there are technical issues, I can't help it. I'm seeing some names in here that I don't recognize. So if you win, I will check your hour count. And if you are not at 2 hours watch time, you will not win. Super, I got you for 65. Gunner for 6. Peter Sharon for 10. Kev L, new name, got you for 6. Super for 65. Jeremy Swiggs for 2. Jace Doe for 10. Captain Frank, thanks for that ice cream again. And Christine B. Fernandez says, how do you get cookies? So on DLive, there is no way to get cookies, so I just ask whoever wants to enter in, enters in, because there's less people there. There's only 10 of you on DLive, so I can do a random pick on DLive, much easier. On YouTube, there's 140 people, and so basically, by watching the streams on YouTube consistently, you gain cookies over time. So 70B for 100, Mikey Woods for 100 as well. Gotta have them cookies. And again, if there are technical issues on YouTube, I can't help that. I wish I could. Photo guy, I got you for 1. Because if you put in more tickets than you can afford, it's not gonna process for you. So if anyone's wondering why I haven't said their name, it's probably because you tried putting in 100 tickets, but if it's 50 per, that's a lot of cookies. Bruce, I got you in for 100, man. Odin on DLive, I hate YouTube. Yeah, seriously. Hammer, I got you for 50, man. There you go. Hammer, I got you for 50. Yeah, Hammer, you were trying to go for 100 beforehand, and I don't think you had enough cookies for that. Yeah, you always want to make sure. 860 cookies. Holy cookies, Batman. It's the entire set. It's the entire Despecialized Edition set, so I had to set it at a high price. I can only put 1 because I like to eat the rest. 72,000. Hammer time. Boom, boo doo doo, boop doo, boo doo. Can't touch this. Doo 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 doo. But I will give away a set over on DLive. So if you're over on DLive and you want to get a full set of the original Star Wars films, the original trilogy, Despecialized, meaning it's the original versions of the film, stay tuned because I'll have y'all's giveaway set up in a second. All right. We're going to close the giveaway. The Han shoots first in this edition. Slash of Neons, I got you in for 50. Cool. Slash of Neons coming in at the last minute, man. All right. We have going once. We have this now going twice. And we have now closed the giveaway. Giveaway is closed. The giveaway is closed. You cannot enter in anymore. All right, so winner of the first set of the Star Wars Specialized Edition is GMonkey76. Congratulations, GMonkey76. Claim your prize. GMonkey76, claim your prize, good sir. G-Monkey, claim your prize. Is G-Monkey in the chat still? Claim your prize, good sir. Give me some cookies. Says cynical centrist. G-Monkey's here. Congratulations, G-Monkey76. G-Monkey, email me, bruv, odinsmovieblog@gmail.com, and please email me your mailing address so I know where to send it to. I'll try and burn them over the next couple of days, and then I'll send them your way once that is finished. But email me, man, and email me your shipping address. That way I know where to send it to. Congratulations, good sir. Congratulations, good sir, G-Monkey. All right, so we have another winner here to choose, and the winner is CWD Trixie. Claim your prize. CWD Trixie, claim your prize, good sir. It's totally random. I have no control over the winner. I wish I did. Because there are people here where I would love to give to. Super Anime Gamer, I would love to give to you. John Winkler, I would love to give to you and then take back because you throw me all the time. Aiden Vickery, I would love to give to you as well. 70B, I would love to give all of the things to. Mikey Woods as well. Bruce, of course. Hammer and Slicer. Jace Doe, Jeremy Swiggs. Gunnar Renee, I see your name sometimes, so I think you're more of the quiet watcher. And then Peter Sharon, I know I see, and Kev L, I don't. So anyway, CW Trixie has claimed the prize. Congratulations. And because I like round numbers, and by that I mean odd numbers, we'll go ahead and do a trio here. So the third winner of the Despecialized Edition is Mikey Woods. So congratulations, Mikey Woods. Claim your prize. Claim your prize, Mikey Woods. 3 winners. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Congratulations. There he is, Mikey Woods. Email me, man. You know how it goes. Super says, why, thank you. Of course, Super. You're awesome. John Winkler says, oh, now dare you. Now I'm even more offended. Good, you should be. Let's see. Cynical Central says, what is a winner? What is a winner? That's a good question. What is the winner? I'm hoarding my cookies for stuff I haven't owned yet, says Alex McCarthy. Nice, dude. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Peter Han says, EVS Chair is asking why it didn't have any cookies. Will Gentry says, what exactly are you giving away? If it's special edition of Star Wars, it isn't spoiled. I already have it, so I'll sit down on this one. That's exactly what it is. It's the Despecialized Edition. I did it. It's mine, says Mikey Woods. Congratulations. So email me, bruv, and we'll take care of you. And let's see what we got. James Dacia. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate you, good sir. All right, D-Lab people. It's your turn. I can only give away one because four copies is more than enough. So let me go ahead and explain to my people over on D-Live. If you want a chance to win all 3 Star Wars, so it's the New Hope, or Star Wars as it was originally known, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, in their original form, meaning before George Lucas went in and added CGI and made Han not shoot first, etc. If you want a chance to win, press 1 in the chat. You must be a regular. If I don't recognize your name, you will not be eligible. But if you want to win the set, please enter a 1 over on D-Live at this time. Bot, thank you for the lemon. And RD180, thank you for the lemon as well. All right, I got K-Man. Dude, Frank, I feel like you won these before, Frank. Photo guy, are you double dipping? Photo guy, you double dipping? Photo guy, you're not normally on D-Live. Don't do that double dipping nonsense, Dean Heiss. Don't do that double dipping nonsense. I catch you doing that. No. Mr. Roy, I got you, bruv. This is for my D-Live crew. This is for my D-Live crew that hangs out with me on D-Live all the time, man. I take care of my peeps. So right now I got K-Man, Frank, Dean Heiss, and Mr. Roy. So I got K-Man, Frank, Dean Heiss, Mr. Roy. Yeah, photo guy, get at it with that nonsense. If you want to be an exclusive D-Live watcher, then go right ahead. Go right ahead and do that. Will Judge says, I tried to double dip and promptly got caught. Yep, I do what I can, man. I do what I can. Yeah, Captain Peabody's already got his set. All right, we'll make this quick. So we're going once, twice. You have to wait longer. It's my channel. Wait longer. Wait longer, D-Live says. And close. All right, so the one winner over on D-Live of the Star Wars Specialized Edition Blu-ray sets is Dean Heiss. Congratulations, Dean Heiss. Claim your prize. Dean Heiss, claim your prize, good sir. Dean Heiss, claim your prize. Claim your prize, good sir. No double dip. Odin, get him, says Hammer. Damn right, man. Oh, the random numbers in the chat over on YouTube. Congratulations, Dean Heiss, bruv. Man. And Dean Heiss is here. Awesome, dude. Email me. You should know the deal by now because I always say it. Email me. Make sure I know a address to email it to, or either address to send the disc to, and I will do my best to try and get all those done. Since I have 4 sets to do, I need to do it. I'll probably need the whole week to do it. Cynical Central says, damn, now I want Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A sounds delicious right now, man. Let me tell you, it sounds delicious. I wish they delivered, Cynical. That'd be amazing. All right, let me shout out some peeps real quick. Let me shout out, first off, my Subscribe Star peeps. And also, if you're a Subscribe Star member at $5 and up, last time I checked, there is an Alita digital copy that has been unclaimed. So if you go to the main page and you're a $5 and up backer, go ahead and claim it. The first person that posts on that claims it gets it. So let me first shout out though my my Subscribe Star peeps. G2 Cool 99, welcome. G2 Cool 99, Dark Star 57, Lore Story, J. Alex McCarthy Jr., US 888209 Fast, Force Ghost Jeremy, Dean Heiss, Harold Francis, Film Professor, J. Rodley Beer Guru, Christian J. Murr, Texas Kayla, Rolando Scarfullery, Nebadanji Adams, Andreas, and the K-Man. And also, of course, my lovely people over on the Patreons. Thank you for being so amazing people. Let me pull up my list real quick. Still need to update this on my little folder. Huge shout out to Albertus Magnus, animation commentator, Baptist702, Brian P., Edward Coleman, Elizabeth M., Enrique Evangelista, Entertainment Hacker, Dion, Frank and the Tank and the Shaheen Weeder Clan, Harold Francis, Heather Haskett, The Hunka Chunka Funky Monkey, Inflamed Wood, Idra Drop Productions, Jason Clark, Jeffrey Toon, JJ Jonathan Jerembeck, Matthew Kadish, Mitch Dunaway, Mad Mitch, Mr. Peabody and his evil twin, Orange at Reviews, Outpost Dyer, Perpetual Punster, Peter Davison, Aussie Peter Davison, Reef Magos, Rosetta Allen, Shenglong, Sir Lancelotto, Theodora, The DJD Show, those two... the DJD Show, Theodore Bendon, and those two ball guys. You guys are amazing. Also, if you are a Patreon member and you are a $5 and up backer, make sure you check your messages. You need to join the Discord server because I cannot do giveaways directly on Patreon anymore because of their stupid rules over there. So I'm doing the giveaways specifically for Patreon peeps on the Discord. So Discord as well, if anyone jumps in there and claims the Alita code, then you could potentially win also. So yeah, so far no one's claimed it over there or on. So I'm going to check and wait after the stream and see if anyone claims it. But I have one Alita code to give away to anyone over there. So anyway, you guys freaking rock. If you're on D-Live, you know what I normally do. I'm going to empty the chest for you guys in a little bit. Will Gentry says, remind me how many cookies you earn by watching. I think it's 5. I forget what the rate is. I haven't done the math on it in a long time. So Super says, if I may, I humbly request more frequent opportunities to win Despecialized Star Wars. It's been quite a while since the last time you offered them. Thank you, good sir. Absolutely. I could see a lot of people were interested in that. Did not know people were interested in those. So definitely we'll have those as giveaways in the near future. Hammer says, Grand Wax Tarkin, I recognized your foul candle scent when I was dipped in CGI. Oh, Grand Wax. Okay, gotcha. I get you, man. Oh, man. Captain Frank, thank you for the lemon. And RD180, thank you for the diamond, says, love the content. Well, thank you very much, RD180. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate your support. And Captain Frank, thank you for the 2 lemons. I appreciate you as well. Thanks for hosting another awesome stream. Says super. Thank you. You guys freaking rock. I love you guys so very much. Have a wonderful day. Again, have a happy Tuesday. Join us tomorrow for the one-man low council, and we will have some fun. Have no idea if I'll have a giveaway or not because I just tend to do them randomly. But for the 4 people that won, 3 people on YouTube, 1 person on D-Live, email me so that way I can get your mailing address, and I'll try and get those burned as quickly as I possibly can. You guys freaking rock. Have a wonderful night. And as always, God bless.